Hello boys and girls. So because our practical class is on Sunday and we are having our public holiday, so I will record the videos and we will go through the videos before we perform experiment 1 next week. So first of all, let teacher introduce myself. I am Miss Chong, whereby I am the senior lecturer in physics unit. So I'm going to handle your practical together with Madam Sarima in this semester. Okay, so you might pause the video and then you can scan the QR code in order for you to access to all the learning material from whether from the physics Google site or the shared folder in our Google Drive. So this will be the lab manual that we are going to use throughout the whole program for our physics laboratory session. So for this semester, we are going to perform 6 experiments, whereby we are going to have experiment 1, measurements and uncertainties, experiment 2, free fall and projectile motion, experiment 3, energy, experiment 4, rotational motion of the rigid body, experiment 5, simple harmonic motion, and experiment 6, standing wave. So basically, after every time we perform the experiment, we have to submit a physics laboratory report reporting about the work we done in the lab and also the result we obtained. So here is the format for a physics laboratory report. Normally we are going to have the title. We will start up with title, follow with objective, theory, procedure, apparatus, procedure. Then we have the observations, the data analysis on the data we record, discussion, and the last one is conclusion. So I will advise you that before you perform your experiment, make sure you already done almost half of the lab report, which is title, objective, theory, apparatus, procedure, whereby you can copy from the lab manual and also try to construct the observation table for that particular experiment. So after you perform the experiment, you are going to complete the data analysis according to the data you obtain from the experiment and then do the discussion and also the conclusions for your report and then submit according to the due date given. So this is the detail for what we are going to put in every sections in our report writing. So for the objective, you must state clearly. For this one, you can refer from the lab manual. Then the theory, you can write it concisely in your own words. Anyhow, you need to draw all the diagram given and label the diagram. Then the apparatus, list out all the apparatus we use for that particular experiment, the name of the apparatus, the range and also the sensitivity. For example, if we are using voltmeter, you have to note down what is the range of the voltmeter you are using and the sensitivity of the voltmeter you are using. For example, the sensitivity of the voltmeter using is plus minus 0.1 volt. Then follow with the procedure. So we are going to write the procedure in passive sentences about the step taken during the experiment. Then we have the observations. Under the observations, we are going to put down the data tabulation with units and uncertainties according to the measuring apparatus we use. Then follow with the data analysis. Under data analysis, we are going to have data processing. For example, we might plotting the graph, then we do some calculation to obtain the result of the experiment and also its uncertainties. For the calculations of uncertainties for straight line graph, we are going to use LSM method, and this one we will discuss more in detail during our pre-lab sections on week 3. Okay. Then we have discussion. Under discussion, we are going to give comment about the experimental result by comparing it with the standard value, and then we will draw a conclusion whether our experiment is success or not. Then we are going to give the precautions of the experiment, then explain briefly the source of mistake or error, if any, as well as the suggestion that can taken to overcome them. Then we will going to answer any of the questions given under the procedure. Conclusions, we are going to state briefly the result with reference to the objective of the experiment.